Let's talk the hype. Okay? The hype will encompass so much, and I'm going to try to get it down to 10 minutes. But let's talk the hype. Let's rewind time back to when you were a child. Let's rewind time back to when you were that child, no matter what age you were in, when you came to the realization of self, when you identified with yourself, and when you knew your comfort zone. Let's stay there for a moment. Now, there are some of us, look, nothing I'm about to say is offensive or is derogatory towards anyone. It's all celebratory. Let's talk. There are some of us that we're naturally born in a sad situation. You understand what I'm saying? Generationally, the life that our previous ancestors were living was sad. It wasn't this elusive fantasy of an existence. No, they struggled, they pained. It was sad. The day-to-day was a struggle. There are some of us that have lived the fantasy, and even the fantasy is a struggle. Some of us will look at a family or a person and say they have everything. But do you know what they do to get these things? Do you know how hard they work? Do you know what they sacrifice? Then there are us who are the lone birds. We are born to be alone. We don't care about groups. We are just by ourselves, and that is a-okay with us. And then there's the hype. The hype drags you into the light of fantasy. You start to dance with that elusive fantasy. You start to love the rhythm that fantasy brings. Next thing you know, you're forgetting who you are, and you're living the life of the hype. Everything your ancestors have done before, no matter which side of the fence that they've lived on, goes out the window because you are now a part of the hype. The hype is no different than the ending scene of the movie Cell, when the dude, the entire time, he thought he was on this big mission to save his son, and from the beginning of the situation till the end, he was stuck in this delusional state, mental state, that had him running around in circles. If you've never seen that movie, please watch it. That's the hype. We have to be careful of the hype, because the hype will take you on this ride and distract you from your reality. The hype will stop society from accomplishing what it needs to accomplish. The hype will stop the spirit from accomplishing what it needs to accomplish. What is the hype? The hype is the illusion. The hype is the lie. The hype is telling yourself that everything will be okay when you know it won't. The hype is believing. The hype is giving up on who you know you are. When you do that, you surrender to the hype. The hype comes in forms of spirituality, religion, societal norms, you name it, the hype is there. The only difference between the hype and you is when you come down from the hype, is no different than coming down from a drug overdose or a drug high. You feel shameful because you know you weren't being yourself at the time, and you don't know what you did at that time. You could have been aggressive, you could have been rude to people you love, you don't know. You just know you were a part of the hype. What I'm here to tell you is, don't believe the hype. If you're that lonesome, nerdy person who just likes to be alone and you enjoy what your life encompasses, be that. Don't let anyone talk you out of being who you are. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? If you're that bubbly girl, like you know how people talk bad, and I don't mean to bring up a celebrity, but you know how people talk bad about Mariah Carey? Like, she's a grown woman and she still loves butterflies and rainbows. I envy that in some ways. Not because she likes rainbows and butterflies, but because she's herself. She never gave into the hype. She is who she is, and that's all there is to it. And I'm pretty sure she's a happy person. You understand what I'm saying to you? Don't believe the hype and don't give up on who you are just because something or someone is telling you should be the opposite. Whatever you are, whomever you are, whenever you are, believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, guess what? No one else will. And when you go and try to sell that to someone else, guess what they will say? Well, you didn't believe in yourself. Why should I believe in you? If you give in to the hype, you will give up on yourself. Did I give in to the hype? At one point. At one point, I changed who I was from this quiet person who those who were involved in the hype would tell me I seem stuck up, I seem cold, I seem mean, when really I was just protecting myself based on the life experience that I had as a child. So I gave up on myself and I became this bubbly person who somehow doesn't feel anything when really I was dying inside. Then at the age of 22, I decided enough. And at the age of 23, when I was pregnant with my son, I realized you can't keep pretending. That's what I call it, pretending. You can't keep pretending because your life is not a role that you're playing. This is real. This is real life. And I gave everything that I had to love. And when I gave everything that I had to love, love showed me I exist. Most people just don't know who I am, but I exist. They call me a lot of things, but most people don't know who I am. And love took me on this journey with this beautiful young child that led to something that I could not imagine. But I had to let go of the hype. I had to let go of the fact that you can't accomplish your life success. You can't accomplish your goals. You can't become who you are unless you behave in this manner. The hype is no different than the mental virus that was spoken about in A Wrinkle in Time. If you are not like us, then you will not succeed. Well, I tell you, even if you are like them, there is a 99.9% chance that you won't succeed. Because the goal is to take you out of who you are and to put you into who we want you to be. That is the scary part that a lot of us come into at the end. Blessings fall, but blessings don't reach those of us who are in the hype. Because remember, when we're born with a spiritual signature. Now, if you're changing yourself so much, what's happening to your spiritual signature is being deformed. So trust me when I tell you, if you are this bubbly person, and that's naturally who you are, you get out of bed with a freaking smile on your face. I clap for you because I get out of my bed with a smirk on my face, like, here we go. And it's not cynical, it's not sarcastic, it's just, here we go. You never know what will happen. And I gave up on that person. And I find that person humorous and loving. I stopped being that bluntly honest person that I was just to fit in with those who are a part of the hype. That's not fair. So I know a lot of you could be going through so much. And I know, like, if you go through my channel, you'll see so much of the spiritual journey videos, the zodiac, and all of the moons and all that. That's to make you understand that we are all of these things put together inside of this body. What we're trying to do is to understand the cohesiveness behind the body in the spirituality. So we study our birth chart, we study our emotional behaviors, we study our psychology. But at the end of the day, there's something bigger than us that is ruling over us that causes us to fall victim to the hype. And when we fall victim to the hype, guess what? The hype will win. The hype will tell you, as a young woman, you shouldn't be walking around in sneakers all the time. You should be wearing high heels. But high heels hurt. The hype will tell you a career as an artist won't work out for you because most artists fail, but many artists win. The hype will tell you don't open that restaurant. There's 50 other restaurants of that same caliber in town. But guess what? Your food tastes amazing. Believe in yourself and let go. If you don't let go, the hype will win and the hype will run your life, and the hype does not want the best for you. The hype simply wants to be alive. Don't believe the hype. Believe in yourself. I hope this reaches you guys in open mind and open heart, and I hope you understand what I'm saying. Believe in yourself, okay? The past 2 years have not been easy, but my gosh, we are strong. Believe in yourself. Feel the pain, feel the joy, feel the triumph, feel the bliss, feel all of it. Feel the anger, but don't give in to any one of them. Know that they are just feelings that come and go. They're not permanent. Believe in who you are. Who you are is way more important than what is going on, because what is going on is so temporary. What is going on changes every 10 to 20 years. So believe in yourself, okay? And don't believe the hype.